Hi everyone, hope your week's been going well. I've had a good couple of days myself. Spent the entire day today at a fun development conference, which was really fascinating, and there were about 200 or so people in attendance. A lot of familiar faces, a lot of new faces, and great topic material. So really good mood, positive feelings leaving work. So enough about work. I'm here to tell you about the interesting things that I do once I come home. And tonight I wanted to start off our channel by doing a video on gardening. I shot some footage 2 days ago just before the autumnal equinox, so it was technically the last few hours of summertime. We're getting ready to really finish up the garden for this season, tear out the plants that need tearing out, trim what needs to be trimmed, pull out the fence, do some fall fertilizing and tilling. But for now, we're still getting a little bit of fruit and a little bit of vegetables as well. So let me take you through it. This has been an ongoing project. This is the third iteration of a garden that we've had. The first year it was a couple 4x8 plots of land, and then I cleaned up this area, which the previous owners had made a dumping pile for 20 years. And last year it was 25 feet by 10 feet, and this year we ended up being 35 feet by 12 feet. Next year, we're hoping to continue it out to not this pole, but this pole, which will double it to about 25 feet. More on that to come, but I wanted to show you what we did this year and explain what we did differently from last year. So on this side, you can see we've got zucchini, and back there we've got some squash. Our first year we planted an entire 4x8 section of zucchini. We had zucchinis coming out of the ears. End of season, not much left in here. We've got one who's, he's gonna come to maturity but by the time it's done. You can see we got some good product here. I did a co-growing project here. We've got cucumbers growing on top, and I had kale and lettuce underneath. You can see I let the kale go rampant. It's kind of a monster. I don't think I'm going to do this next year. I plan on growing the cucumber straight vertically, and then maybe hiding the lettuce behind it and significantly reducing the kale. This lovely section are overgrown radishes. I planted far too many radishes at the same time. Very juvenile mistake, but we did love them. They're quite delicious. And radish chips. Learned how to make radish chips. Dehydrator we got this year was terrific. Here, to my great sadness, apologies for the sun, there are the tomatoes that never could be. Most of the tomatoes got a fungal infection. I'm assuming it was something in the wood that I used to make the trellises, which is very disappointing. I've only been able to eat maybe a dozen of them, so I've just considered it a lost cause. This was a concoction for 3 different things: green beans, wax beans, and snap peas. And during the drought this summer, we kind of let everything go, and we were also on vacation, so the peas completely withered up and dried. And as you can see, I've still got some beans left that are readily harvestable here, so I'll be pulling those for one last hurrah in the season. Peppers. Peppers here, peppers there. Oh my goodness, peppers everywhere. We planted 6 plants, having never planted them before, and having heard from friends that they got maybe 1 or 2 pepper per plant, and that was it. Not ours. They just kept coming and coming. I'd pick one off and 3 more would bloom. So we've got some nice yellow peppers, as you can see down there. Lots of green peppers. They're just everywhere, and delicious. Berta's been having a pepper a day for her lunch. Over here, amidst the vines, are raspberries. So next year, by the time they grow, it's going to be about 3 feet by 6 feet of raspberries. As you can see, a lot of end of season production here. And last but not least, the melons. Oh my gosh, the melons. Much like our mistake the first year we did zucchini, I planted 3 hills of melons. Here alone I've got 1, 2, 3, there's a baby, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 that I can see, 13 over there. 14, look at that one hiding underneath there. That's beautiful. I'm waiting for these to mature. I haven't had any fruit drop yet, so we'll see what happens. This is also our first year doing melons. And then this is sort of a no man's land. There are some awfully thick roots from an old mulberry tree that used to be underneath here, so I just throw weeds into it. And with the sun, if I keep you at this angle, you get a pretty decent view. So next year, imagine this going out almost twice as far with much better planning. And this year really was a massive step up from what we've done in the past. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my 2015 garden. If you're interested in vegetable gardening, I invite you to tune in. There's going to be regular updates throughout the wintertime and the spring and the summer, of course, as I design the 2016 garden, the layout, what's going to go next to each other, quantities we're planning on, what variety of seeds we're going to be buying, and then, of course, all the prep work and the seeding in the wintertime and the planting in the spring, and it's a lot of fun. So I invite you to follow the Midwest Man Mountain on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and of course subscribe here on YouTube. Until the next time, don't do stupid things. I really haven't thought of a good, signing off yet, so why don't you leave your comments below and help me out with that. Okay? See you next time!